Just high. Oh, that was so much better. Just high. Right, so our test 4, I want to say just a couple things very quickly, is kind of a review of other things. You have to know the skills that we did before. If you don't know your negatives and positives, you're not going to be able to get the answers right. Right, everyone? Right, everyone? Right, everyone?
Yeah.
Right. So you even have distributed property here on number 6. So we have to remember what we already learned of builds, especially with this test. Okay, without any further ado, we're going to welcome Crazy Monkey and Kimberly coming all the way from the forest. Yay, okay. All right, pick a color, any color.
Blue.
Blue, okay. So tell us what you would do first on this problem, please.
Superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay, who's superstar?
The Y.
Okay, who's the co-star?
3.
3, do we agree, everybody? Yeah, who's extra?
6.
Very good. What do we get rid of first, everybody? Superstar, co-star, extra.
Extra.
Extra. Okay, good. How do we get rid of the extras, Mr. Crazy Monkey?
-6
-6.
on both sides.
Okay, so if you do it on one side,
You have to do it to the other.
what's that called?
The Doodle Rule.
The Doodle Rule. Okay, do on one side, do on the other side. Okay, so y over 3 is equal to what?
4. Positive.
4. Yeah, now we don't really need our scoreboard here because it's really just subtraction, 10 and 6, right? But I just want to show you could use it if you wanted to because it's really just subtraction. You guys win by 4. Okay, now what?
Now we do multiplication.
Multiply by
3.
3 on both sides. Okay, good. What do we get?
Y equals 12.
Okay, good. Is that what everybody has? Yeah. Okay, are we done, Maywan? I mean, Crazy Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are, but
We can check.
we want to check our answer. So, how do we do that? Do you know, Mr.
We
Monkey?
instead of the Y, we put 12.
Very good. So, instead of the Y, what's the fancy word? Starts with an S?
Substitute.
Substitute. I heard it. Very good. So 12 over 3 plus 6. It should equal to 10. Well, let's find out. What's 12 divided by 3?
4.
4 plus 6 equals 10. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did it right. Now, you can actually check it in your head right here, right? Just in your head. 12 divided by 3, 4 plus 6 makes 10. See what I mean? And then you get home and you tell your mom and dad, I got 100% on the test. Woo! And they're like, how do you know? And you say, because I
Check my
checked
answer.
my answer. Very good. All right, next. Okay. Pick a color, any color. Purple. Okay, go ahead. Superstar?
Yeah. Superstar, co-star, and extra.
Okay, good. Okay, which one?
Z is a superstar.
Z is superstar.
4 is co-star.
4 is co-star.
And 5 is extra.
5 is extra. Do we agree? Yes, so what do we do first?
You have to put positive 5 under the negative 5.
Yeah, we need to get rid of that 5. Okay, so that 5 is gone. 5. Okay. Now what?
Then you do scoreboard.
Yeah, I need a little scoreboard, even though this is small numbers, but okay, 5 good guys and 1 bad guy. What does that make?
4
Make 4 what? Good guys or bad guys?
good guys.
4 good guys. Okay, next.
And then you have to
What's being done to the Z? Is it being add, subtract, multiply, or divided?
divided. Wait,
No, it's not being divided here. What's being done to the Z? Add it.
multiplied.
Multiplied? It's being multiplied, so therefore we need to the
Divide.
opposite of multiply?
Divide.
Divide. Good. So we divide by -4. And remember, very common mistake, right? The same sign. You remember that, everyone? Yeah. Same sign. Okay. So that 4 is gone, -4, and what do we get? Z is equal to?
-1.
-1, right, because we used our Dorito Man, a negative and a positive makes a negative. All right, are we done?
Yeah.
We are, but we're going to check our answer. So, how do we do that? I forgot your name. Oh, yeah, you're going by Kimberly, so that's easy. I thought you were a code name. Okay, go ahead. So,
You change the z into a -1.
change the z into a -1. I like that sometimes students use words, right, that other students understand easier than the teacher uses. So, use it instead of the z. Okay, so -4 times -1 minus 5 should equal -1. That's a lot of negatives. What's -4 times -1? Positive 4, the real man. Positive 4 and -5. Does that make -1? Yeah, bad guys win by 1, so we put a happy face. Happy face! Alright, let's hear it for Crazy Monkey and Kimberly. Okay, alright, now we're going to hear it for Saudi and Victoria coming all the way from Disneyland. Okay, very good, class. Thank you for participating and clapping for your fellow students. Okay, pick a color, any color.
Red.
Red. Okay, what's your first step?
Superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay, who's superstar?
X.
X, co-star?
4.
4, extra?
7.
Good, okay.
You have to put -7 on both sides.
Right, -7 to get rid of the extra, very good. So we have 4x is equal to?
24.
24, alright?
Then you have to divide by 4.
Do we agree? Yup, okay, x is equal to?
+6.
Okay, +6, are we done?
Yeah, you have to check your answer.
Well, we should check our answer just to be sure. Okay, let's see. So, how do we do that?
You put the 6 where the X is.
Put the 6 where the x is. So 4 times 6 plus 7. That should equal to 31. What's 4 times 6, everyone?
24.
24 plus 7, 31. Yes! Woo! Okay, next one. Pick a color, any color.
Black, purple.
Purple. Let me erase this right here. Okay, purple. What do we do now?
Superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay, who's superstar?
T.
T.
The 2 is co-star.
Co-star is 2, extra.
26. Negative 26.
Yeah. And how do we get rid of negative 26?
Add positive 26 on both sides.
Add 26 on both sides. We need to step outside there to account. Alright, so that gets rid of our 26, right?
Yeah.
So 2t is equal to?
Positive 19.
Careful, 12 plus 26. We need to add those, right? So it's 38.
8.
Good. Okay, now what?
Now you divide
Divide by?
positive
What?
positive 2.
Say positive 2, very good. Okay, and do you know that answer?
Positive 19.
19. Cool. Good. Positive 19. Are we done?
Yeah, but we can
Yeah,
have to
but we
check
should
our answer.
check our answer. Uh-oh. Push paste back. Okay, so let's check our answer. Do you know how?
You put positive 19 instead of the T.
Positive 19 instead of the t. Let's do it. 2 times 19 minus 26. That should equal to 12. Well, what's 2 times 19?
38.
38 minus 26. Does that equal to 12? Woo! It does. Let's hear it for Saudi and Victoria. Excellent job, both of you. Okay, next is the perfect pear and the plum coming from the ground. Okay, pick a color, any color.
Blue.
Green?
Blue.
Oh, blue. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, blue. Go ahead.
First, we find the co-star, superstar, and extra.
Okay.
The superstar is the X, and the co-star is the 5, and the extra the -1.
Look at this class. Oh, we're amazing at this.
We have to get rid of the extra, so now it's a +1.
Okay, positive 1 on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. X over 5.
And then we do 2 minus 1, which is 1. And then
So what is it here?
negative 1.
A negative 1 because we have more good guys than bad guys, right? So negative 1. Alright, now what?
Now we do multiplication because that is division.
Very good. The opposite of the division. So times 5 on both sides.
And then that will be x equals 5. X equals negative 5, yeah.
Negative 5. Careful with your signs, okay? They'll be wrong if you don't do that. Okay. Now. Oh, we should check.
Yeah.
Why don't we try checking in our head this time? Why not? So we just put a negative 5 in our head. So what's negative 5 divided by 5, everyone? It's negative 1. So negative 1 and negative 1, does that make negative 2? One bad guy and one bad guy? Makes 2 bad guys, doesn't it? I think so. Does it? One bad guy and one bad guy, that makes 2 bad guys. So yes, we did it right. But if it helps you to write it out, you can write it out. Okay, pick a color, any color.
Green.
Green. Okay, first step.
You have to distribute.
Yeah, this is a weird one. We need to distribute first. Everybody say distribute first. Distribute first. Yay. All right, so what do we have after distributing?
3 times x is 3x.
3x.
And then 3 times 5 is 15.
Right. 15. Okay.
And then you have to do superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay. Superstar is?
X.
Yes.
Co-star is 3.
Co-star is 3. Extra.
15.
Very good.
And then you have to get rid of the 15 by negative.
By doing what?
Negative 15.
By doing negative 15 on both sides. That'll work. Okay, 3x is equal to?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Oh, bad guys won. All right, let me do a little one of these. Right, so 15 bad guys and 9 good guys. That means bad guys win by 6. Okay?
And then you have to divide
By
3.
Yes, 5 by 3. X is equal to, careful with your negatives, right?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. All right, are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why don't we check our answer? Why don't we check our answer? So I'm going to delete this here. So that means if we put negative 2 inside here, because maybe you'll be confused on this on the test, right? But we should figure out if it's true. 3 times, oh, my computer's slowing down. Stop that computer. Stop that computer. Okay, let's try it again. 3, oh, it's still slowing down. So it's going to be negative 2 inside there and a plus 5. All right, so what is negative 2 and 5? 2 bad guys and 5 good guys. What does that make? Who wins? Good guys or bad guys? Negative 2 and positive 5? Good guys win. So it's 3 times 3. Does that equal 9? Yep. See, it was actually easy to check, wasn't it? Yeah, Mr. Pass, that was so easy to check. All right. Let's hear it for Perfect Pear and Plum that just did those 2 problems. All right, now we have Beluga and Supra. Wait, who is this? Right? Beluga and Supra. Is that right? Okay, good. They're coming all the way from Japan. Okay, so this one you don't even need to solve the whole thing. It's just asking you what is your first step. All right, how would you do this?
So we do superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay, what color do you want to use?
Blue.
Blue. Okay, superstar. Who's the superstar?
Superstar is x.
Yeah, co-star.
Negative 2.
Okay, extra.
1.
Okay, good. Minus 1 on both sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's our answer?
B.
B, subtract 1 on both sides. All right, are we done?
Yes.
They're done. Okay, let's hear it for Beluga and Supra. Okay, next one is Tiana coming all the way from Miami. Woo! Okay, so this one is a little tough. This is a word problem. So is everybody on this? Everybody on their paper on this? Everybody see it? Everybody looking at it? Everybody looking at it? Everybody looking at it? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go one step at a time, one sentence at a time. Welcome back. Day number 2. Okay. So do you want me to read it or do you want to read it? Oh wait, we've got Tiana coming all the way from Miami. Let's hear it for Tiana. Hold on a second.
Read it.
Okay, I will read it. Select the equation that can be written for the following scenario. I wanted to say scenario, but silly. Okay. When Mrs. Sugar turned on her oven, the temperature inside was 50 degrees. Now, what I recommend is going each sentence by sentence. That's the way my brain works. So, if you have your brain working a different way on word problems, you can. But I like to go sentence by sentence and write down the facts that we know. All right. So, what do you notice from that first sentence, Tiana?
The 50 is a constant.
So 50 degrees, since we start at 50 degrees, we have to use, everybody write this down, what we call, you want to pick a color?
Pink.
Pink. We have to use what we call a constant. Everybody write this down. A constant means...
A number by itself.
Yes, a number by itself without a variable, because it doesn't change. It started at exactly 50. A number by itself. Okay. And do we see any of these choices that have 50 by itself?
Mm-hmm.
Without a variable? Which ones?
B. And 50?
Yeah,
A,
50 by itself.
A, C, and B.
A, B, and
A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. Right. So see this 50M? That's not going to be our answer. So we can cross off D already. All right, so we're done with that. You want me to read the next sentence, or you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
The temperature begins to rise at a rate of 30 degrees per minute.
Okay. Began to rise at 30 degrees per minute. So what can we conclude from that?
30 per minute means multiplication.
Okay. 30 per minute means multiplication. Why? Can you explain why, or you want me to?
You could do it.
I can do it? Okay,
Yeah.
The reason why that's multiplication, everybody please write that down. Multiplication. The reason is because for every minute, if you think about it, it moves 30. So what about 2 minutes? How much is 2 minutes? How many
6.
degrees? If it's 30 degrees every minute, 2 minutes is?
60 degrees.
60 minutes. What about 3 minutes?
90.
90. What about 4 minutes?
120.
120. So do you see how you're multiplying by the number of minutes? So you have to understand that's number of minutes. So what is that going to look like, Tiana?
I don't know.
It's going to be 30 times the number of minutes, meaning next to a variable.
Yeah,
If
what
you
you
want to
said.
write a sentence, that means next to a variable, write it down. I don't have room because I've got this big marker from the way I write my math, so people can read it across the room, the classroom. Okay, so, where's my mic fell. That's why it was so soft. Sorry. Okay, so last one.
How long did it take for the oven to reach 375 degrees?
Okay, so what does that mean? What does that tell us?
Oh, reach means greater than or less than, right?
Reach means, well, if we get to something, does that mean we have exactly that, or we have more or less than that? If I get
Less.
to 80%, am on a test, do I have 80%?
No.
If I save $80, do I have $80?
Yes.
Yeah, so
equal
it is
to.
equal to. So reach means equal to. So that means we need to look for the choice that is equal to how many degrees? What are we reaching?
375.
375. So which one is that?
B.
It's B. Y'all see that? We've got 30M, we've got 50 by itself, and we're reaching 375. For letter C, we were adding the wrong amount, right? We're not reaching 50. And A was inequality, but it's not an inequality because we're reaching 375. Got it? Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Tiana. Now coming from all the way from... Oh, there's not a place I can make it up. Okay. Coming all the way from Golden Valley High School is P. Freshest and Mike Lebowski. Let's hear it for P. Freshest and Mike Lebowski. Hey. When do you need to change the inequality sign?
You need to change an inequality sign
Yeah.
when you are solving an inequality
Okay.
and you
Hold
multiply.
on, that's the first part of the sentence. Everybody should have this down. When you are solving an inequality, right, comma. So that's the first part. Some of you probably left that out because we didn't always repeat that. But it's when you're solving an inequality and
then you divide or multiply by a negative.
divide or multiply, right? The inequality, right? By a negative number. This is what we wrote in our notes, right? Negative number. Alright, I'm going to highlight negative, so if you want to circle it and whatever, make a big deal out of it on your paper, that's a good idea. Alright, so are you P. Freshest or are you Mike Lebowski?
I'm P. Freshest.
You're P. Freshest. Alright, let's hear it for P. Freshest. Excellent job clapping, everybody. Alright, so graphing an inequality. Well, this is Michaela and Pedro coming all the way down from San Francisco. Let's hear it. Alright, graphing inequalities. Do you all want to pick a color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. Purple. How do we do number 10? Graphing an inequality.
U dot negative 5.
Right? It's at negative 5. What did you say?
I said you dot it.
Oh, you dot it. Dot
Yeah.
it. I thought you said you got it. Okay, you dot it. Now, is it going to be open dot or closed dot?
A closed dot.
Okay, good. Now, can you tell us why?
Because there's a line under the...
Yep, very good. Because there's a line, and that means also equal to. By the way, for our YouTube people at home, I have a trick I use, right? Do you remember it, Mr. Pedro, or should I, or not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay, who remembers the trick? Yeah? What is it?
Wherever the arrow goes.
No, not for the arrow to decide if it's open or closed dot.
Oh, the spaghetti.
The spaghetti plate, right? So if it has a plate underneath, right? The sign here, this little plate, that means that you're going to have all your spaghetti and you're not going to drop any, right? So closed plate, right? Closed circle for a plate underneath it. Does it have a plate, everybody?
Yes.
Yup. So then you have a closed circle. Okay, which direction are we going, left or right?
Left.
Left. Do we agree, everyone?
Yeah.
Yup. And you can see the arrows pointing to the left. It's also less than, or is all the numbers that are less than. Okay, good. What about number 11?
For number 11, you're gonna dot it at negative 6.
Oh, it's at negative 6. Yeah, so open dot or closed dot?
It's gonna be an open dot.
Open dot, because
Because it doesn't. It's not equal to.
It's not equal to. So my trick would be there's no plates. You're going to lose all your spaghetti. Okay, good. Now what?
It's gonna go to the left.
Going to go to the...
Left.
Sorry.
I mean right. Right.
Let me look at your paper. See, you have it right on your paper. You just said it wrong. Okay, that's correct. It's going to the right. Why is it going to the right?
Because the arrow is facing right.
Because the arrow is facing right. Also because it is greater than. N is all the numbers that are greater than, right? But shortcut, if the variable is on the left, which our test is, you can look at what it looks like it's pointing to, which is to the right. All right, let's give Pedro and Michaela a hand. Okay, number 12. For this person, we have the mayor and the birthday cake coming all the way from I don't know, IDK. Okay, hold on. Somebody absent or something. Okay, so it's birthday cake. Pick a color, sir.
Blue.
Blue. Okay, go ahead.
You have to add add positive 6 both sides.
Add 6. Okay, so for the people at home, let's do a little superstar. Who's superstar?
X.
X. Co-star.
4.
And extra.
6.
Good. So he said add 6 on both sides. Now I would do something else though before we start. What is that? Before we start that, I would do something at the beginning.
Scoreboard.
No. We're going to do the no. Anybody? For an inequality solving, what am I going to do first? What am I going to do first? Yes, exactly. Check if the co-star is negative or positive. Why? Because I want to know, is my sign going to change? Right? Right, everyone? Yeah! Alright, so is our co-star negative or positive, Jesus?
Negative.
Oops, I said your name by accident. I mean birthday cake. It's negative, so what does that mean?
You're going to change the sign.
That means we do need to change it, so it's going to be pointing to the right. So I'm going to put that at the bottom. I'm going to do that at the beginning, right, before I do the problem. So put a big yes. Alright, so we're adding 6 on both sides. That gets rid of the 6. So we got negative 4x still left over, and 16. Okay, now what?
You divide a negative 4 to
Divide by negative 4, and see we're dividing by a negative. So that changes the sign. That gets rid of the negative 4, and we end up with negative 4. Am I right? Okay, very good. Now we could check it, but we've already checked so many answers, we don't have to on the YouTube. Let's hear it for birthday cake. Okay. Yeah. All right. I just checked it in my head. That is correct. All right. Last one. We've got Cupcake and Andrea coming from Alabama. That's one. Cupcake and Andrea. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pick a color. Any color. What color do you want? Purple. Okay. Purple. Let's go. Purple. First step. What would I do first?
Superstar, co-star, extra.
Before that,
Check if we have to change the sign.
check if we have to change the sign. Okay, good. How do we do that?
Check if the co-star is
Right. So
Positive.
it's check if the co-star is positive or negative. Okay. What is it?
positive.
What is the number?
4.
Right. So superstar, the co-star is 4, which is positive. So that means our sign is not going to change. So it's still going to be pointing to the left at the end. So that's my first step. Okay. Now what?
And then you put positive 7 on each side.
Yep. Add 7 on both sides. Very good. That gets rid of the positive 7.
And then you use scoreboard and put 7 and 6 on each side.
Okay, good. So we got n over 4, and we're going to use the scoreboard. Let's see. We kind of do those. They're such low numbers. We might not really need the scoreboard. We know the good guys win by 1, right? Okay, now what?
And then you multiply 4 on each side. Positive
multiply 4
4.
on both sides. And since that 4 is positive, we're not going to change our sign. Alright, is that correct? I think it is. Alright, let's hear it for... That was Andrea. Andrea! Alright, should we say goodbye to YouTube?
Bye.
Bye, YouTube! Bye.